The legend of the Flying Africans is a chilling and mystical tale rooted in African American folklore, deeply intertwined with the harrowing history of slavery and the desperate yearning for freedom. It's a powerful story that combines themes of spirituality, resistance, and the supernatural, and it's said to have originated from enslaved Africans in the southern United States. Long ago, in the oppressive darkness of the American South, where slaves labored in fields under the crack of the overseer's whip, there existed a hidden realm of escape, a realm where the spirit could soar far beyond the heavy chains of captivity. This was a realm that could only be reached by those who dared to defy their fate and sought liberation through the power of their ancestors. It began with a young enslaved woman named Abina. She had been born in Africa, brought across the Atlantic in the unforgiving hold of a slave ship, her mind filled with memories of a distant homeland, a place where her people soared like birds, their spirits free in the skies. The Europeans who captured her had tried to strip away her identity, forcing her to accept the chains of her new life. But Abina remembered. Late one night, as she lay in the dirt of her shack, a powerful vision came to her. In the spirit world, her ancestors reached out to her, whispers from the beyond, carried on the wind like a song of freedom. They told her of a secret, a power that had been passed down through generations, the ability to fly, to transcend the limits of the physical body and escape the torment of slavery. It was a gift that could not be taken away by force, for it came from the soul. Abina's ancestors spoke of a ritual that would allow her to tap into this power. In the dead of night, she was to gather with others of her kind, beneath the moon's gaze, and together they would chant the ancient songs of their forebears. Through their voices, the power of flight would awaken. One fateful night, as Abina and a small group of fellow enslaved souls gathered in the forest, they began the ritual. The air was thick with tension, the earth beneath them humming with energy. As they sang, the winds began to stir. The trees around them creaked as if they too could feel the awakening power. Their bodies became lighter, and then, they began to rise. Slowly at first, their feet lifting off the ground, and then higher, higher into the sky, their spirits breaking free of the mortal chains that had bound them. They soared into the heavens, far from the horrors of the fields and the overseer's cruelty. But it was not just the enslaved who could see this miraculous flight. Word of the Flying Africans spread quickly among the enslaved communities and beyond. Those who had witnessed the sight whispered in fear and awe. The Flying Africans could not be controlled. They were no longer slaves, they were spirits of freedom, bound to no earthly master. As the years passed, the legend of the Flying Africans grew. Those who practiced the ritual had learned that they could take flight whenever they wished, journeying to distant lands or into the very spirit world itself. In the eyes of the slaveholders, the Flying Africans became a symbol of terror. They were no longer just physical bodies, but ethereal beings who had transcended the chains of the flesh. The flying spirits could travel freely between worlds, between the land of the living and the realm of the dead. Some say that they would visit their ancestors, seeking wisdom and strength in the afterlife, while others believe they soared to Africa itself, bringing back knowledge and power to those who still toiled under the sun. But with this power came a heavy price. The Flying Africans could not remain in the mortal world for long. Each time they returned from their spirit journeys, they were left weakened and disoriented, their bodies slowly becoming fragile. The ritual of flight took a toll on the physical form, and many who attempted to fly would disappear entirely, vanishing into the night, leaving only the whispered stories behind. The legend speaks of a final flight, the greatest and most dangerous one. It is said that one night, when the moon was full and the winds howled like wolves, a great gathering of the Flying Africans took place. Abina, now an elder in the spirit world, led the journey. Together, the souls of hundreds of enslaved people took to the sky in a spectacular display of power and defiance. They flew higher and higher, until they reached the realm between life and death, where the veil is thinnest. And it is said that, on that fateful night, they flew beyond the veil, into the land of the ancestors, never to return. The skies grew silent in their absence. The enslaved people below would look up at the stars, searching for a sign, but there was no sign. They had become part of the legend, spirits who had transcended the physical world to join their ancestors. But their memory lingered. And to this day, the descendants of those who witnessed the flight claim that on certain nights, when the wind is right, the sound of wings can be heard in the night sky. It is the spirits of the Flying Africans, forever free, journeying between worlds, whispering the call of freedom to those who still toil beneath the weight of their own chains. Some say that, if you listen closely enough, you can hear them. They whisper, "We are the Flying Africans. We are free. We will always soar." This tale is not just a legend but a powerful expression of resistance and the desire for freedom that has echoed through generations. It is a reminder that even in the darkest of times, the human spirit can find ways to rise above, to soar, and to transcend its earthly limitations. The story of the Flying Africans is one of defiance, spirituality, and hope, a story that continues to inspire and mystify. If this story moved you, don't forget to like, share, and drop a comment below. We'd love to hear your thoughts. Hit that subscribe button and turn on the notification bell so you never miss a tale. Until next time, keep the spirit alive.